That's time number 6. I've been in there and have not seen a rack deer. Have not seen a buck, period. So I was on my way out and actually jumped a couple on the other side of the mountain. There may be a little bit more beach over there. I'm gonna go in there and look, maybe today, about noon. Go back in. It's probably 10:30 now, so I may go in there and look and see what kind of signs on that side of the mountain, and then may look at hunting in there this evening, or maybe one of these other spots where I've got a camera hung. Everything in there that's moving now is at night. And we've had this cool weather, and this is right after a rain, so I'm thinking that this would really be the best time to be hunting those scrapes, but maybe not. Like I said, I jumped these 2 on this side of the mountain, so I'm gonna get in there and see maybe today if there's any more sign. Deer bed right there. And right there. Under this beech tree. And it's actually got several beech nuts on it. There were several beech nuts in there last year. Usually they don't hit back to back, but they have this year, so. Anyway, I hear deer moving right now, just around this bench. I still hadn't made it around on the side of the mountain where my stand is, so. It's early. I'm on it just to ease slow. I hear deer right up on this side of this ridge here above me. See if I can turn this camera off, see what they are, but. Alright, I've hiked back in here again. I'd hate to guess how many times I've been in here in the last 2 weeks, but he's getting a little bit closer to coming through here in daylight hours. He was in here last night and he opened up all these scrapes, and I hung a camera a couple days ago where I got to stand on the other side of the mountain here thinking that he might be going all the way around. Turns out he wasn't. I got another buck over there. He's not bad. If this doesn't pan out in the next 3 or 4 days, I may go hunt him. But this buck here, he's coming from this steep, rough country back over to the north here. And the wind, it's out the south, kind of southwest this evening, so it's blowing, directly in his favor. So I'm hoping that he'll get up early. It's kind of overcast and it's pretty cool this evening. So. And another thing that kind of gives me a little bit of hope, there's a doe group that I see in here about every other time I come in here. And I saw 2 of them this morning. They were peeing down their legs and they had their tails high, so I think it's just a matter of time, maybe within a couple of days or a day or 2 they'll be in heat, and that'll change the whole thing. If they come through here, he's liable to be right here with them, so I'm gonna get my stuff ready, sit here and be quiet, wait, watch these scrapes. Hopefully he'll come through here. talking about last light. This thick woods right here, and I could see his orange plain as day. Scrape for, I guarantee you he worked that scrape for 10 minutes right there. And then he finally worked his way right up here to this big scrape that I've been cleaning out right here. He started to go up the hill and then he turned, came back down. I knew I was going to be getting close to getting on this deer. Just because of the does in here this morning that were peeing down their legs, and then that south wind blowing straight back to where I thought he was coming from. I think that's what made all the difference. It's been pretty still in here in the evenings when I've been hunting. Having wind in the mornings, but not in the evenings. But this evening I had a good solid, probably about a 6-7 mile an hour south wind blowing through here the whole evening. All these does, they got up out of that steep rough country and they come up here on this hillside and kind of fed through and got over here on the other side of me, and then I heard something coming. I could see right here at this scrape, but I couldn't see back in there where those 6 or 8 cedar trees are. It was real dark back in there. That's where he popped out of. He came right out of that and went right up there under a beech limb and worked a scrape at least 10 minutes. So then it got really late. I still had filming light when he was working the scrape, but by the time he actually came by me, I was running out of light big time. So don't know how good the video is going to be. Can't take any chances on these big mature deer, especially up here in the mountains. They are so hard to kill. It's so hard to kill. I can't tell you how many times I've been in and out of here and scouted this and hunted it and looked at both sides of the mountain and moved trail cameras and tried to pattern this thing. There's just no pattern in this deer. You cannot pattern the deer. Basically, you have to wait until the weather gets right, and then a doe come in. That's right now. That's really the best option. You got to kill one like that. So, anyway, it worked out. I'm gonna get down here and see if I can find some blood and see what kind of hit I got on him. It looked pretty good. The arrow didn't go all the way through, but I shot him walking, and he dropped the arrow there about 30 yards after he took off. So we'll get the light out and go down there and see what we can find. That's the buck right there. That's the one I shot. I don't know, I can't say that that's the greatest video, but this deer was hard to kill, so that's all I can say about that. I already know where the arrow's at, so I'm going to walk down here and see what kind of blood I've got right there at the arrow. Where he dumped the arrow, I actually broke it. Yeah, broke it off. Oh yeah, there's blood everywhere. Blood everywhere. All kinds of blood. Oh yeah. Good penetration, bubbles all in the blood. Yeah, there is. Yeah, that's lung blood. Made a good shot. He'll be down here in the steep hillside laying dead within, I'd say, less than 100 yards. Right here's the steep. And I mean, it's steep, it's straight down. Now here's where he peeled off the hill. Still bleeding hard though, a lot of blood. I see it all the way around through there. It's not gonna be long I find him now. I want you to look at this blood right here. He's going downhill without an exit wound. Coming down a hill that I mean is just straight down, and he's just exploded with blood, spewing blood everywhere. I want you to look at this right here. Check this out. It won't be long I'll be finding this deer. I mean, it's just everywhere. All right, on we go. On I go. Golly, spewing. This is so steep I can't even hardly stand up right here. He's got to be right here. There he is right there. Look at all that blood. Get in here and look at this thing. Right here. Ooh, right there's about how much penetration it got. It went all the way up to right there. So it went in, then it broke some of it off. That tells me it stuck in that shoulder when he was walking, is what happened there. Got a little dirt on my bow. On my and float this thing over. Oh yeah. All right, there he is. Arkansas public land. This deer was hard earned right here. They all are on public land up here, these mountain deer. They are so hard to hunt. I don't know how many trips total that I've made coming in here trying to kill this deer, but it's been several. One daytime picture of him. One daytime. Had a pretty good idea where he was bedding though. I think he was bedding off on a rough hillside back to the north. And then last night, about 8 o'clock, he came through and he opened up a bunch of scrapes. And had him on camera, and he was going to the south. So I thought, well, I hung a camera in there 2 days ago. I thought I want to see if he's marking his way all the way around to that side of the mountain. So I went and checked that this morning. Didn't have this buck on there, but I had a different 8-point. So he wasn't going that direction. He was going from there probably off one of these backbone points down here, off down to the creek and up the other side to the next mountain over here, I think, is what he was doing after dark. So I'm just guessing on that, but I think he was mostly staying just from what I could see on the trail pictures back over here to the north. So I come in here this evening and had a south. It's kind of a southwest wind. It was blowing straight back the way I thought he was bedding, and the wind was perfect for him. So I thought, this is the evening to kill him. I mean, I may not see him, but if he's over there on that rough hillside anywhere, he's probably going to get on his feet early with that wind blowing. It was probably a 7-8 mile an hour wind, and sure enough he did. Came up there and cleaned out a scrape. There's some does that came through about 20 minutes before he did, and he came up there and cleaned out a scrape and stood in it for, I'm going to say, close to 8 to 10 minutes. So that's what caused me to have to shoot him just right at dark. I mean, I ran almost out of camera light, so I had to shoot him really, really late. But he come walking through after he cleaned that scrape out, and he was heading to another scrape. I don't know if he was going to stop and clean it out or not. As fast as he was walking, I couldn't take a chance. I had to shoot, because if he didn't stop in it, he would have been in the brush and I wouldn't have been able to get a shot at all. So anyway, right there he is. He is a symmetrical, pretty 8-point. I mean, tagged out, Arkansas. Around this side, I mean, it's dead in the middle of the shoulder, so evidently this leg was back. He was walking, it was back. There's the reason why it didn't come out. Right there's the bloodshot right in the middle of the shoulder, and look at this right there. is my broadhead lodged in it. So that's what one of the knockoffs will do when it hits dead center in the shoulder on the other side, right in the bone. Tip's not damaged, but the blades are bent, which it's going to do that on any broadhead. So that's pretty cool.